Welcome to Faith Fridays from a Steadfast Faith, episode number 27, I believe, and number 5 of our Sharing Faith, Acts of Faith mini-series. And so we'll be in Acts chapter 17, back there today in verses 27 through 29, verses 27 to 29 of Acts chapter 17. Now, if you'll remember, last time we considered Paul sharing the transcendent God, the great God, the big God. And that's what we need to do. We need to help people see God is bigger than our human conceptions. But God is not only transcendent, but He is equally imminent. That is near us. Verse 27, Paul continues his address to the Athenians. It says that they, talking about all these people that God created and controls, should seek God, including the Athenians he's talking to, including the people you and I are talking to. That they should seek God and perhaps feel their way toward Him and find Him, yet He's actually not far from each one of us. For in Him we live and move and have our being, even as some of your own poets have said. For we are indeed His offspring. Being then God's offspring, we ought not to think that the divine being is like gold or silver or stone, an image formed by the art and imagination of man. See, Paul is striking really at the heart of their idolatry, replacing the big God that their conscience tells them about, that creation cries out about, for a little God that they can control. When the flip side, as we saw last week, is God is the one who controls us, controls the people of all nations throughout all time, where they live, how long they live there, where they rule, how long they rule. That great God is also concerned about you and I, is very near to us. For in Him we live and move and have our being. That is, we are His creature. We are created in His image, as Genesis tells us. That we should maybe seek perhaps and feel our way towards God. And that is through Jesus Christ. It's not just this out there sort of thing where maybe, perhaps, chance. Paul is using this language, but what he's driving at is that we can get to God. Now, it must be through Jesus Christ and the prompting of the Holy Spirit. And Paul's not doing a full theological treatise here. He's trying to get their interest. He's trying to get them to realize we can seek God. This God in whom we owe our very existence to. Even as the Athenians, the Greek poets have said, in Him we live and move and have our being. Indeed, we are His offspring. Now they're thinking, being the child of Zeus and being part God. No, we are His express image. Now we are marred, unlike Jesus Christ, who is the very image of God, who is God of gods. And because of that, we don't have to try and form a God out of stone or gold or any of these other things and form it out of our imagination. We can look around and see God and see Him very near to us. Because He is evident in creation, in our own bodies, in our own beings, in our own creativity, in our own expressions of love, and our own expressions of His character. God is very near to us. And that's something very important we have to share. Not only is God big and we have to correct people's conceptions of God, but we have to flip that over and show not only is He big, but He is near. Because a God that is big and transcendent and away from me does me no good. He's just my judge. But a God who is near is one who can save me. I hope this helps as you try and share your faith with other people, and I encourage you to do that. That's why we're doing this series, so that you can be equipped to go and, as Christ commands us, make disciples by evangelizing them so that it results in their baptizing and them learning to observe, that is, to keep all things which Christ commanded. I hope this helps, and I encourage you to share faith even this week. Stay tuned for where we are on the road as we're on deputation, and just tracking where we are on Facebook through the Adventures of Barnabas. So I just encourage you to check there and see what's going on. Have a blessed week.